to the Thought SNOB Podcast. I'm Paula Swope. Let's get snobby. We're going to get really honest today. I want you to think about 5 things you aren't allowed to do, but secretly want to do. Now, when I did this, the first thing that popped into my head was cocaine. Listen, it takes your appetite and gives you superhuman confidence, right? So what's the harm in that? Well, everything. And that's why I've never done it, all right? It would destroy my life, so that's why I'm not allowed to do it. There are many, many, many reasons why people shouldn't do cocaine. But this is just an example to get your wheels turning, okay? Here's another scenario. Maybe you're a step-parent, and on your hardest days, you want to throat punch your spouse's ex. You can't do that. I mean, technically you could, but let's be real, that would complicate your life. Even if you executed that throat punch like perfectly, it would complicate your life. And we're trying to make your life better here at the Thought SNOB Podcast. Not more complicated, okay? Now, maybe, here's another scenario. Maybe you're an artist who was told to grow up and get a real job. So you stopped painting, writing, or creating because someone convinced you that what brings you joy doesn't pay bills. Whatever your examples are, I want you to write down 5 things you feel you aren't allowed to do. Now look at your list and see which one stirs something in you. Which one makes you feel heat or resistance, maybe even anger. That's the one we're going to work with, okay? So next, you're going to act it out, but you're going to do it on paper. Choose that one thing and play it out on paper. If it's throat punching your spouse's ex, what would that look like? How would you do it? What would you say? You go ahead, write it all out. And if you don't want to write, use your voice recorder and say it out loud. You're not doing this to indulge the emotion. You're doing this to release it from your nervous system. Neuroscientific research shows that when we suppress emotion, our stress response stays active longer. Okay, that's not good for us. But when we safely express it, even symbolically, the body completes the stress cycle, allowing the brain to reset. Okay? So, you all know I keep it real, and I teach through relatable stories that I'm willing to share with you all because, hey, we all kind of have, our situations are different, but similar in so many ways. So I was really tested at the beginning of the year because my half-sister decided to buddy up with my stalker is what I'm going to refer to this person as. She decided to buddy up with my stalker last year, and when I confronted her about it, boy, she wrote me a nasty letter. Now, to keep from doing something that would complicate my life, I used this exercise, and my urge to seek revenge subsided because I could have really, really taken that revenge to the extreme. But that would have complicated my life. And frankly, much of that reset was attributed to my willingness to admit how I felt and how I had always felt, okay? And I want you to know that however you feel about someone or a situation, it's perfectly okay, okay? Own those feelings. No matter how you feel, it's okay, all right? So next, I want you to explore it deeper. So once you've expressed it fully, whether that's on paper or if you recorded yourself talking or, however you decided to do it, reflect on these 3 questions, okay? First, why do I feel I'm not allowed to do this? Second, what if I were allowed? What would that look like? And third, what happens inside me when I imagine I am allowed? And you'll be surprised at what surfaces. And sometimes the thing itself doesn't matter. It's not about the ex or the family member or the boss or the rule. It's about the energy of permission. When I gave myself permission to admit that I didn't have an emotional attachment to my half-sister, I felt better about the situation because that's something that I had felt obligated to really force over the years. For years I forced a relationship that just was not meant to be, and that's okay. No need to get nasty about it. The next step is integration. And the way that you're going to integrate this is you're going to give yourself permission not to act out your anger or low vibes in real life, but to acknowledge those feelings. Permission isn't about rebellion. It's about reclamation. It's about saying, I'm allowed to feel this. I'm allowed to see this. I'm allowed to be real with myself. And when you allow yourself to feel the thing you've been avoiding, you take your power back. That's how you rewire your brain. That's how you regulate your nervous system. That's how you align your energy with the good stuff. Because the truth is, you cannot manifest what you want from suppression. You can manifest what you don't want. You manifest from truth. So if you really want to throat punch your spouse's ex, but you bury that instead of admitting it, owning it, and giving yourself full permission to feel the way you feel, that want will come out when you least expect it. The outcome usually isn't good because you aren't in control of your emotions during those unexpected outbursts. You do yourself a great injustice, okay? So this work is for people who are emotionally intelligent and mindfully aware, which are 2 things that are a very strong focus in my book, Thought SNOB. If you've read my book, if you haven't, it's available on Amazon, Audible, and in TikTok Shop. And just know that this is the work of the strong people, not the weak, all right? So if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. And I commend you for doing this work and allowing me to be your teacher. And if this episode opened something inside you, save it, share it, or come back to it whenever you need a reset. And next week, we'll explore another science-backed technique that helps you feel better and attract better, because the energy you walk in is the energy you call in. Don't ever forget that. I'm Paula Swope, and this is the Thought SNOB Podcast.
The Thought SNOB Podcast with Paula Swope has been brought to you by Thought SNOB Media in association with Special Purpose Studios. All production, mixing, and sound engineering by me, Will Swope. We hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Please take a few seconds to give us 5 stars and leave a review. See you on the next Thought SNOB Podcast with Paula Swope.